What is going on, everybody, and welcome to my 2026 Halo collection tour. So if you've been keeping up with the channel for a long time, you'll know I made one of these about 3 years ago. I think it was like 2023. If you couldn't tell by the intro, it's grown by a lot. So without further ado, let's jump into it. Alright, and we'll start where you walk into the room. So right off the bat, we have two posters actually from HCS 2025. This one's actually based off of a forged item from Halo Infinite. You see this in a lot of the multiplayer maps. And then this one right here is actually SSG. And if we go ahead and close the door here, we have kind of a corner of just Halo glory. I guess we'll start with the domain prints. So I'm sure a lot of you guys in the community are familiar with the domain. He actually released a couple print runs, and both of them have limited quantities. I think this one's out of 200, that one's out of 117, and I actually have the second one, which is really cool. And I believe this one is 9 out of 200. But yeah, moving on over, we have a Magnum that I actually found at Frankenstein's. I was actually with Simon when we found these. He took his back to England. I kept mine in California where I live. But yeah, eventually I think he'll post a video that we made where we found this and like 100 other Halo collectibles. I'll make sure to link that in the description when that video comes out. But yeah, right above that we have an event pass for HCS. And then to the right, we have an event poster. And then to the right of that, we have a VIP pass from HCS. And then an attendee pass. I was actually an attendee. When the event ended, we went and asked for a bunch of VIP passes, and I kept one. And then moving on down, we have this, I'm not really sure where it came from. I think it came from a game store. Promotional vinyl poster of Master Chief with the Xbox logo. I'm not sure if this is supposed to be a Halo promo or an Xbox promo, but either way, it's super cool. And I only know of 2 other posters of this kind that exist. Right next to that, we have the UNSC Infinity, Red Hornet, a couple Blue Series sets, and then a really cool print I got at HCS. And then I found that Infinity in New York. I posted a video to that. I'll leave like a little card in the upper right corner or whatever. Linking to that so you guys can watch it after this one. But yeah, I found that at in New York at Niagara Falls. And then this Falcon actually kind of has a funny story behind it. So I've had 3 Blue Series Falcons pass through my hands throughout the years. The first one I must have gotten when I was about like, I don't know, 8 years old. And I decided to super glue it together, and it didn't go to plan. The pieces, the glue dried up and the pieces didn't fit together. And then the second one I actually sold on Discord for $70. This set regularly goes for a couple hundred, and I sold it for $70 because I didn't do my research. Immediately after finding out how much it was worth, I regretted it so much that I, scoured eBay for months looking for a lot that just had a bunch of pieces. Because I had pieces from the original one that weren't super glued, and then I could combine it with those pieces into a complete Falcon. But yeah, moving on down to my next shelf, we have my Halo Campaign Evolved Shrine. So we have a CE Chief, a CE Marine, a signed print from HCS with Steve Downs and Jen Taylor on it. Just a couple figures right here that my brother gave me. And then an old Joyride figure, I think, that I found at Frankenstein's. And then these 2 prints right here are actually super special. They're from the Campaign Evolved booth at HCS. So every desk that had a playable demo, they actually had one of these and one of these, a demo survey and then just a welcome sheet. And I asked the employees if I could, take one of each, and they said yes. And then moving on to the next shelf, we have my Halo Fest Warthog, and I'm actually planning on taking that to Halo Fest 2026, 15 years after this released, to get it signed. And then to the left of that, excuse the glare, we have a Arbiter print from HCS. But yeah, moving on to the next shelf, we just kind of have a bunch of Covenant stuff. And then under that shelf, we have more Covenant. We have a Phantom, another Vampire, a Watchtower back there, a couple Ghosts, a Barricade. And then kind of hidden away behind that Phantom, we actually have a custom Master Chief helmet that my brother made. He made this in the 8th grade in his woodshop class, which is super cool. And I've kept it with me ever since. And then under the Phantom, we have 2 of the rarest Covenant sets there are. We have 2 Shadows, a couple Barricades, some Shade Turrets, and then behind that we have another fan-made turret from HCS. But under our Shadows, we have an original Pelican, a Prowler, another Watchtower. That's it for that shelf. So I think before we get to the desk, I kind of want to show off some more posters I have. And we'll start from the top. So these are all actually from HCS. They were giving out different posters for each day. This one was, I think, the day 1 poster. This one was for completing the scavenger hunt on the back of the event pass. This one was the day 3, like championship day poster. And then that one, I honestly don't remember where it came from. I think it might have been day 2. But yeah, I'm not sure if you guys noticed or not. This poster is signed by the World Champions Shopify Rebellion. And then moving on, we have me. I have an HCS hat on and then a Space Station Gaming shirt. But above my little mirror here, we have a championship magnet. And then moving on to the moment we've all been waiting for, we have the desk. We have a, I think it's the Ultimate Combat Pack. We have that in a little display case. And if you noticed, behind it, we have the wooden Mega Archive poster, kind of, that Simon made for the Mega Archive. Pretty self-explanatory. And then to the left of that, we have just a couple of Spartans. And then to the right of that, we just have a Halo ring with a little Mega Bloks Halo 3 disc behind it. We have a Spartan Jerome, a Spartan Hell Jumper. And then moving on next, we actually have a really cool sticker that came with that numbered poster. And then we have a couple of challenge coins. This one's a Halo collector coin, and then that one's from the World Championship. And then I'm not sure if you guys noticed, but we have a couple prototype helmets. We actually got those from Mrs. Johnson on the Domain's Discord. Me and Simon actually met up with her and filmed a couple videos of her prototype collection. I'll make sure to link those in the description. And then my favorite part of my whole collection, we actually have this signed mini Chief helmet from HCS. All sorts of cool people from the community. We got YouTubers, Halo Studios employees, or just cool people I met while walking around the event or playing the games. I actually went into detail about that in one of my videos about HCS, so I'll make sure to link that in the description. And then to the right of that, we just have some more figures. A couple of these are from like cool places I've been. Like that one is from Idlewild, California. This one is actually from my girlfriend, so is that Elite in the background. And then that blue ODST came in my first ever drop pod. And ever since I got him, he's kind of been like my personal character in my dioramas and stuff, so he's super cool. But yeah, we have my first honor guard, a Hell Jumper from a Travel Bloks video, and then a Spartan Haunted Sealed. This is my Falcon Sweep. Super rare set, super cool set. I'm super grateful to have it. And under the Falcon, we actually have my 20th character pack. That thing was so hard to get, man. I'm not sure if you guys remember, but the launch of this thing was just absolutely terrible. They were super hard to find at first, and I managed to get my hands on one on the second print run or second release. And they've never gone out of stock since. And then sitting on top of that is actually my Series 1 Active Camo Spartan. That came in my first edition black blind bag, which I actually ordered on eBay. And when it got to me, the back of it was already slit open, so I was like, I'll just display the figure, because what's the point of hiding it if the bag is already open? And to the side of that, we just have my water bottle, which has a couple cool Halo stickers. That one's Halo bricks, actually from the trading card series that the Domain is making. That one's the Space Station Gaming one from HCS. This one is the World Championship sticker pack that Simon made. This one's also Space Station Gaming. Another World Championship series sticker pack. And then this one I actually found kind of just laying around a couple different places at HCS, so I took a couple of them. And then behind the water bottle, we just have a couple Funko Pops. And then on top of all that, we have my little diorama. So right now, if you guys can't tell, it's obviously a Floodgate diorama. But I've had all sorts of different dioramas. I used to use my battlescapes. I used to make my own terrains and stuff. And that's about it for the desk. I'm gonna take you guys to the other side of the room, where I have yet another shelf full of Halo. But before we do that, I just want to show my little Edge of Dawn book. I haven't finished it, but so far it is just absolutely amazing. I would absolutely recommend it to anyone who hasn't read it yet. And then down here we actually have another sticker Simon's limited edition print runs, and we have the HCS family print. But under that is kind of like a holy grail of my collection. We have a signed Mega Bloks Halo 3 disc. All right, and for our last shelf, not even close to the end of the collection tour, I have a bunch of stuff in that closet that I need to show you guys. But for our last shelf, we kind of started off strong with Red Team, a couple McFarlane figures, a Mega Bloks Needler. Behind the Needler, we have a Halo ornament. And then under all of that, we kind of have a Alpha 9 display. We have sealed drop pods, a drop pod box, and then in the Alpha 9 box, besides the drop pods, we have the signed 2015 Comic-Con exclusive figure. And then our other blind bag we have here is actually Series 5.5. But yeah, on the side of that box, we just have a full catalog of Halo Infinite Rockstars. We have a Halo 5 exclusive lock controller on an MCC controller stand. And then to the side of that, we have a Hierarchs Shadow Convoy Prophet of Truth. Moving on to the next shelf, we have a Scorpion, a Red Team Charge Warthog, another fan print. We have our plasma rifle from the Gel Blaster Co. We have an ODST Ambush Recruiting Center. And then below that, we have a sealed Red Combat Unit, a Guilty Spark, and then more like HCS like memorabilia that I got. And under that, we have my NMPD display. So we have a couple Hornets, a couple Cruisers, a Warthog, and obviously the elephant in the room, which is the Pelican. I'm actually making a travel box video of how I got this Pelican like put together. I lost the intro to it, so I'm gonna have to refilm that. It's not gonna be like entirely authentic because I have to refilm it, but you know, it'll get the point across in the video. And under my NFP display, we have my Covert Ops display, which features a Hawk, an ODST Scorpion, a Flood Hunters Falcon, the Flood Hunters Siege set with the Mongoose, and then just a variety of figures. And that about wraps it up for that shelf. So now we're gonna go explore the closet. And if you guys keep up with the channel, I think you can guess what's in here. We have this Halo Wars 2 store display with working lights. So unfortunately, I can't display the whole thing where I can see it because of the closet doors, but I can see it if I just swap which side the door is on. So we have the Yankee Squad Brutes, the Cyclops, and then the Ghost. If you guys want to see the restoration process of this, I'll leave a link in the description to that video. Super cool. Actually pretty easy. I was surprised at how easy it was. But yeah, definitely go check that out. We just have a buildable ODST right there, a Grunt, a couple blind bag boxes with the open drop pods from Alpha 9. But down here is where it gets really spicy. So here we have my duffel bag full of figures. We have like a box of weapons somewhere in there. That tote is full of Halo. And then the tote on this side, I'm not sure how well you guys can see that, is full of Halo. So I'm gonna pull these out of the closet to show you guys what's up. All right, so first up, we have my duffel bag of figures. There's still a couple things left in here, but how many figures do you guys think that is? I know I'm not counting, but you guys can go ahead and guess in the comments. But yeah, we have just like bags upon bags of figures. Like right here, we have elites, drones, and hunters. I think jackals are in there too. We have a bunch of grunts and hunters in this one. Prometheans, Marines, and drop pods. Spartans, more Spartans, incomplete figures, pieces, Flood, more incomplete figures, more pieces. Wait, no. That's from Travel Box Europe, actually. I haven't separated those figures into their own bags. But we have Sentinels in this one. And then last but not least, we have a bunch of Brutes. And then before I pull those totes out, I actually want to show you guys what's inside my dresser before I forget. So we have a couple drawers just full of more Mega Bloks. This one's kind of light. We just have a Wraith, an EVA's Last Stand, a Vampire, Bubble Shield. But under it, prepare to have your mind blown. We just have bunch of Mega Bloks pieces. And then under this one, we have more Mega Bloks pieces. All right, so we have our first tote and our weapons kind of crate out of the closet now. I just want to show off a little bit of this weapons crate first. Behold the glory of Mega Bloks weapons. I'm not going to pour this thing out because it's a pain to clean up, but if that gives you guys any kind of reference of just how many freaking Halo weapons I have, yeah, I don't know what else to say. All right, and let's break it open. So I'm not going to go too much into detail about this. I really don't want to make a mess because it is starting to get late. And I just got a notification that my phone is at 15%. But under this, we have a Seraph, Blue Series Falcon parts, a Red Hornet parts lot. This is kind of just a bin of parts. There's not really a whole lot of sets in here. Taking out a couple of these bags, we can see a elephant sand nest in there, a Kodiak, another Wraith, a Locust, what do you call it? A Skiff Intercept. We have a Bloks Fest 2016 shirt. So Simon from the domain actually sent me this in a little care package, along with a couple of other things. But this is super cool. I never got the opportunity to go to Bloks Fest since, you know, it took place in the UK, and I'm from the States. But yeah, this is such a cool piece of Mega Bloks history, and I'm so grateful to have it. And you know, this is kind of one of my prized possessions. But yeah, like I said, I don't want to go too much into detail about this tote because you know, I don't want to make too much of a mess. So I'm gonna make sure to put this one away. And then I'm not sure if you guys noticed right there, but we have some Halo Flashpoint and the Halo Encyclopedia. All right, and now we have our second tote cracked open. And to begin with, we have a Designer Scorpion, a Halo 5 Wraith, another Kodiak, another Locust, a Pelican Inbound, Orange Spade, Purple Revenant, literally just endless amounts of Halo sets. We have another Skiff Intercept, Halo Infinite Chopper, another Revenant. I think I have like 2 or 3 Revenants kind of just stored away. There's a Phaeton gunship in here. We have pieces to a Falcon with a landing pad. We have one of the Repex vehicles. I think it's the Quad Walker. I think that's what they called it. A Halo 5 Banshee. We have an original Scorpion here. Really cool set. I wish I had more of those, honestly. That'd be a pretty cool set to make a battle with. We have a Defense Point Showdown. This is my high ground set. So I have a complete high ground set, but I'm missing one piece. And it's like the only piece, it's a piece that only came in this set. It's like a gray pillar piece, and it's impossible to find. We have original Mantis, and here it is in this bag. That's what I was looking for. And what this is, it's a original first edition Mega Bloks Series 1 blind bag. But yeah, that's just about it for the collection. I'm gonna start cleaning that up in a little bit. But we have a couple shirts from HCS and a jacket. I detailed those in my HCS video. Anyway guys, I really do hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, you know the drill. Leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.